Loose in December. I hope you get some enlightenment from Uranus. Yeah. So here's a little of the last of Neptune. All right, here's November. And you remember Neptune stopped here, 20 days on either side, hence the flooding and all of that. Now here's Uranus. Uranus is stationing here. Pretty much covers the month of November. I happen to be right here on Sunday the 18th. So I'm still pretty close to Neptune. I've been learning a lot about Neptune, a lot of which I don't like. I'm working on my Raven paper, so I've been going through all my old papers, and I came upon some very interesting things. So here's one last shot about Neptune, and then you're in for a wonderful month of Aquarian enlightenment. Yes. Here's the thing, though. Neptune is the enemy of Uranus. And I realized, I went through some old papers, and there was a bunch of professors at UH that had the Quackery Council. First on their list was Astrology. I wrote to them, they never replied. So, who is Neptune? Pompous priests and professors and pundits in privileged positions. What does a priest and a professor have in common? Well, they both have captive audiences. The priest in his pulpit, yeah? All those people sitting in the audience have to be there, hoping to get goodies from the priest, forgiveness for their sin. How about the professor? Captive audience. Here's the students sitting there, yes sir, hoping to get a good grade, hoping to get goodies from the professor. These people are in privileged positions. They have licenses from organizations. Yes. So now these guys are really scared of astrology. And you can spot them because they're all very glamorous, and they'll look you right in the eye and tell you a lie. Natural gas is really great. There's Neptune, huh? Of course, if you ignore global warming, like clean coal, oh yeah, that's what we need. There's our Neptune, huh? Like the Quackery Council years ago. They like to be the movie stars of it all. It's not like Uranus. Uranus is quite different. The scientist here. Now, you remember I was going on about Kepler. A little more on him. Hang on. Johann Kepler, born December 27th, 1571, 2:30 p.m. in Germany. This was an attempt of mine to do his chart. I wound up with problems because of the 10 days when they went from the Gregorian calendar and stuff. It's just kind of a mess. I got Gemini rising. So I went to the internet to see what I could, actually, the program I have, Solar Fire, has a list of scientific people. So let's see, they probably compensated more accurately for this Gregorian calendar thing. Check this out. Geez, I just Yahooed a name here. Look at the pictures of Kepler, huh? Lots and lots of pictures. Now, do you suppose he's a Uranus character? Or could he be a Neptune guy? Watch. Yep, I got his chart. And they agree with me here. He's Gemini rising. Right away, he's a tricky dude, huh? Gemini rising back and forth. But look at this. Here's Neptune right on the rising sign. This is a privileged, pompous professor. We get little hints in the history books. You talk about the mystic. And he's always trying to fit. Who's this over here? He did have some talents of Uranus. He was able to talk the mathematics and the science, huh? Uranus conjunct Mercury. But it squares Mars. He's angry. Saturn sextiles his sun. He gets along great with the authority figures. But who is all these people over here? Well, that's Tycho Brahe. There's the guy who hired him when he was 20 and then died. And poor Johann at age 20 was told to write the ephemeris, the predictions for the year. He was in the greatest observatory in Europe, the Danish king had built for Tycho Brahe. So what did he do? He went through a few books, and he made one solid prediction and said the last half of May or something would be extra cold because Saturn and Mars were together. He had no idea what he's doing. He's only 21, something like that. Son of a gun, it was like that. He wrote his friend, Kepler did, and said, "My God, I made a successful prediction." He said, somebody down in that area I talked about in that latter part of the month came in from outside and blew their nose, and their nose fell off. It was frozen. It was this really cold couple of weeks. And he was, "Oh, I'm a successful astrologer." No, you weren't. Here's your boss, Tycho Brahe, was a successful astrologer. You were a young Neptune character who was very happy to climb up on the stage and be the glamour boy, be a pompous professor, a privileged person. Now, he was the astrologer in charge of, somehow, the very best observatory in Europe. The King of Denmark, Kepler, Neptune, preachers, professors, phonies. Okay, no more rants on Neptune. You notice I even took the music off my show, not just because of YouTube, but I got enlightened that I was using the music of the Age of Aquarius to brighten my own star, to be a Neptune phony. So, you know. Anyway, here's Uranus, the lovely planet of the higher mind. And he is going to grace you for the next month of December. And I just found out about one. If you have one of those phones that you can get apps on, these applications, well, there's a new one just came out, and it's called the Pocket Astrologer. Yes. So I checked it out a bit, and the Pocket Astrologer uses your phone's location and knowledge of the time you're in, and you press a button and you've got the chart of right now really accurately for the location you're in. The Pocket Astrologer, I believe, costs $5, and you've got that ability with your own phone in your own pocket forever. Talk about a gift from Uranus. Now you are all astrologers and you carry them in your pocket. Wonderful, wonderful. Looking for data on the Raven, I came upon all sorts of old pictures and neat. This is one of my favorites. This is my favorite picture for 15 years. It's what it feels like to be an astrologer. Here's wheels and calibrated things, you see, and you're kind of looking through the reality you're in, and you poke your head out the other side, and here's this space where the planets are the main thing. Wow, amazing, huh? There's the way I used to look when I was a younger man. And pave your path. This is an ad in the Kauai newspaper. Nice ad. Nice picture, young Happy Frost. Yeah, I keep running into all this stuff. I used to do more cartoons. Must have had more time. Anyway, this is about Neptune, a different kind of Neptune. They oftentimes are flying the flags, huh? And here is your Air Force Army general looking through the peep sight, and he's bombing away. Bombs away, he says. And down there where he's not looking, there are people dying. Hurt someone? Question mark. He says, I didn't see anyone hurt. I was bombing railroads and factories, and I just saw the Israelis are bombing the headquarters and the media. And no, they're not bombing people. And what's this over here? Another flag-waving bugger. Another Neptune privileged person, an American CEO of a company. Put more chemicals in those burgers, he says, with a handful of cash. And that's his you know, his lieutenants sitting around the table there, the corporate board. And what's happening here? People are dying again. But what did he say? Hurt someone? I didn't see anyone hurt. No, I didn't see anyone hurt. This is Neptune has a way, you know, of just seeing the things they want to see. Oh yes, we're bombing buildings. Oh yes, we're saving a little money. You know, then nobody will notice the beef tastes a little different. Phew. Neptune is really tricky. Look at the drug commercials on your TV. Oh boy. One last thing to share, and then we'll get on to the sky mirror. This is Odin. Yes, Odin is the solar son of the Northmen. I have a lot of respect for their religions. Well, Odin had 2 ravens, and there they are. And he also had 2 wolves that were his buddies. There's one and there's the other. And the ravens, their job was to go out every morning and collect all the news on Earth and bring it back to the sun, to Odin. Yes, to the Father in the sky. One of these ravens was named Minin, I think, and the other one Gwyninn. Minin was memory, Gwyninn was thought. And once Odin was asked, you know, how about these birds? Do you ever worry about them? And Odin said that he worried a bit about Gwyninn, because that was thought. Because it oftentimes flew all around and didn't really follow the lines too well. But he said he really got most worried over Minin. This is the memory. He prized the memory more than the thought. Something to think about. Anyway, more on ravens coming up at you. For now, let's go take a look at the sky mirror. Soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur. Happy kitty, sleepy kitty, purr, purr, purr. Hey, you are entering an electric month. Now, I gotta tell you, that new moon you had on the morning of the 28th, a couple days ago, or yesterday morning if you're on the Thursday night show, that new moon at 4 degrees, 5 degrees of Gemini sextiled Uranus. So, you know, I don't think Uranus is going to be as destructive as Neptune was with all of its flooding and mudslides and messes. And the omen is that I just learned about the pocket astrologer. Oh boy, for $4.99. Turns out you got your own chart machine right in your pocket. That blows my mind. I love it. And that's just the beginning of a month. Now that doesn't mean I'm backing off of some of the earthquake predictions for the Northwest and for LA. Nope. But I don't think they're going to be super destructive, and I don't necessarily think